Have you ever been to Kmart and come across a clearance rack? Clothes for $2 and they're so cheap, and it's just such a shame that they're either too big or they're the wrong color. But there are things that you can do with them, and I decided to buy a couple of dresses from the clearance rack at Kmart the other day that were $2, and I am going to flip them into something else, so we'll get started. So the first dress I bought was this one. The one I bought was actually pink, but this was a knitted dress. It was size 12, and it was just a style that I would never wear. Also in Australia at the moment, we're coming into summer, and so this is a winter, very warm, wintry sort of dress. And I know I could have it for another season, like next winter, but it's something that I just would never wear. Like I wouldn't wear anything like this. But it was $2, and I was with Georgia, and she said, well, why don't you get it? You could do something with that. And she sort of gave me an idea of something that I could do with it. I mean, for $2, you can't really lose. So what I'm going to do with this one, the first thing I'm going to do anyway, is to make a jumper out of it. I'm going to cut it off at the length I think would suit. The problem with this is knit, and not a jersey knit. It's actual, looks like someone's got this knitting needles out and knitted this. So I thought, this could all come unraveling once I cut it. It didn't actually though, it all stayed in place and it was fine. So I cut it off to the length I wanted. For the base I could have turned it over and just made a hem, but I thought it has like a rib base at the bottom, so I thought I'd cut this off. Sew the sides together, and then I would sew this onto the bottom of the jumper, and this could be like the ribbed hem at the bottom. I wasn't sure either how sewing this would go because this fabric is really thick, also coming up to the seams there, so you've probably got about 4 layers of fabric you're sewing through, but because it was ultra soft, it was fine. The needle went through it fine, and that was that done. It's a little halter neck. This is that's not a turtleneck, and then it's around like that. I'll have to make a pattern somehow.
She looks like grandma. Because this is what grandma would look like.
Yeah. Wow. So the second idea the girls gave me an idea for it, I was going to try to make a beret with what was left, and funnily enough, for the size of the dress there wasn't really much left over to make something with, but the girls came out and they had Ray on the table and they said, oh, you should make a little jacket for her. And Sophie had a little top for her there. She said you should make something like this, so I just used it as a rough pattern. I didn't actually measure anything. I just cut out a pattern and sort of just estimated the sizes. This fabric's stretchy too, so I mean if it was like something that didn't stretch, it would be a little bit different. It would have to be more precise, but because it's so stretchy, yeah, it's a lot easier to sew and to make fit. And this is here, I'm just cutting out the little armhole. So I needed the body, I needed the two little ribbed edges for the armhole, for the neck, and for the around the little waist at the bottom. So there were those pieces that I cut out. Again, I just sort of estimated it, and yeah, I thought it would be fine. So I sewed up the other little arm. This here I am actually sewing on the bottom of the hem sort of thing, and oh no, actually that's the side. I sewed up the side, so sorry, the seam at the back that will join the pieces together, the bodice together, and make it one piece. This is the neck, I think. This is the neck piece that will sort of, you know, make a nice little, well, Sophie sort of wanted a turtleneck for it. But so I tried to do like a turtleneck, and this is the base at the bottom. So I'm just sort of neatening it all off, and you can see here going through the actual knit there. It did really well actually, because it's so ultra soft, and it didn't seem to fray either. So that's the actual piece sewn together and all made, but I thought it needed a little bit of decoration, so I got out the Cricut machine and I cut out a little quote, and I thought I would decorate it. So the quote says, what does it say? Just too cute, I know. So I thought that was cute, and yeah, I just wanted to decorate and make it a little bit fancy. It's actually an easy effect to do, to get like a shadow effect, to do it like that. Do it in layers, so do one layer one color, another layer another color, and it looks like it's a shadow there. And yeah, that turned out really nice. I was pleased with that. What do you think? Do you like it? You matched Grammy's jumper. You matched Grammy's jumper?
It's amazing. She loves it. Thank you, Grandma.
Yeah.
Oh. Just doing a little boogie on it.
You dancing in your jumper? You doing a little model for the camera? She said no. What do you think? So these are the two pieces finished. That's Ray's little jacket, and I also got Sophie to model the jumper, or just put the jumper on and give you an idea. Yeah, so I was really pleased with those. So two things for $2.
I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind.
The next item is this green dress. This also was $2, and it was a size 20. I think they only came in larger sizes, but there was a lot of fabric in this dress, and when I was looking at it, I thought, you know, I could just use the fabric for something. For $2, you can't really lose. Yeah, and so I did have some ideas when I actually looked at it, because I've just started an Etsy store, and I'm making scrunchies. So I thought, oh wow, these would make some good scrunchies. So what I did first of all was to remove the base of it. So I separated the skirt from the top. Actually, it's ultra good value, this, because this was in layers. Like the first layer was ultra sheer, so because it's a dress, it needed a lining, and so it's like a jersey knit lining underneath. So when I separated the bottom from the top, I thought I could actually just do something to this top. What I had done was I cut really close to the elastic at the base, which is a shame, because if I had left a little bit of a, like 1 or 2 centimeters, I could have just folded it over and the top would have been done. But I couldn't really, because I'd cut too close to the edge. You can sort of see here, I'll show you, and it was really sort of hard to fold over. So I thought I'll cut this off completely, and I'll do something to the hem of this. The idea I had originally was to just put like a sash made out of this sheer fabric and sort of tie it round, but the width of the bottom of the top was way too wide and it just didn't work. So I needed something some elastic or something to draw in the bottom of it first. But anyway, here I am just hemming up the little sash, because I'm still going to use this and make like a little tie for the bottom of the top.
Was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe.
The idea I had was, instead of elastic, to use some of the green fabric from the bottom of the dress. So I'm using that sort of as elastic, sort of as an edging that will actually bring in the top of the top and down the bottom, so it sort of brings it in nice and tight. It sort of gathers it, if that makes sense. And here I'm just attaching the green knit to the base of the top, and the actual sash that I've just hemmed, I'm going to attach to the top of that, just at the back. And at first I just did it sort of in the middle and sides, but I thought I'm going to sew all along the top and the bottom at the back, and that would hold it in place much better. And this was a finished product. It can be worn tied at the front, or it can be worn tight at the back, and I think it sort of salvaged it. It made a nice little top.
Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
So if you're doing a Kim Kardashian butt. So like I said before, the idea I had originally for these was to make scrunchies. So I'm going to make some extra large oversized lush scrunchies, and I'm going to make some normal regular scrunchies, and I decided to actually sell them in my Etsy store. I'll be selling them as a set. Here I'm cutting out the XXL scrunchies, so they're really large and really lush, and yeah, they're my favorite actually. I love them. And out of the plain knit jersey fabric, I'm going to be making the regular size scrunchies. So I actually ironed this too. I didn't really need to, it's stretchy fabric, but I have been ironing them before I sewed them up lately. I think they just come up nice. But these are the boxes of ones I've actually sewn into tubes, and they're the extra lush, and these are the little scrunchies. Yeah, I have quite a few in tubes that I have to actually thread elastic into, so I'll have to do that. But today I am doing up these scrunchies, so I'm thinking it will make 6 extra large lush scrunchies out of this fabric. I might have enough for 2 regular size out of this fabric, and I think probably 6 or 8 more out of just a plain green fabric here. So I just made a scrunchie from the sheer fabric. and I actually used elastic that was in the dress too, because I wanted black elastic and I never had any, but luckily there was some elastic in this part of the dress, and so I unpicked it, and I'm using the black elastic. I'm using the black just only in the sheer, and it's thinner than the elastic I normally use. I normally use a 6mm elastic, and it's a bit thinner than that, but it is nice. It's really nice, and probably wrap around your hair twice, this particular one here. But and I put on the gold ochre label, and yeah, and that's really pretty, that one. So I'll show you how I did it. I'll make one of them now, and I'll show you my process. All in all, I ended up making 14 scrunchies out of the bottom of this dress, so 6 XL, 6 regular, and I'll be selling them as a set on my Oko Creations Etsy shop. And this is it, and I'll just show you the actual posts that I put up. I've only recently opened my store. I actually haven't sold anything as yet, but these are my scrunchies. So they come in a set of 2, and I sell other scrunchies as well. I'm going to be uploading other things like decals, t-shirts, cushion covers, that sort of thing as time goes by. So at the moment it's only available in Australia. I've sort of got to figure out shipping and all that sort of stuff, so I just limited it to Australia just at this point in time, but I will be opening it up overseas soon. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video today. It was a bit of fun, and it just shows you what you can do with not much, you know, and just think outside the box a little bit. And yeah, and I had fun doing it. Just this scrunchie here is one of my favorites. It's so ultra soft. This pink, it's so soft. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day, and I'll see you back with an upcycle, a makeover, furniture makeover next week. Bye for now. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's Danny here from our humble home, and today I'm going to be making over this little, it's a footstool, I guess you could call it. It's my daughter's, and she's had it there for a while, and I said to her I will make it over. So I'll be doing that, but I will be using Kmart gold.